Hello everyone, Robert Rambles here, and welcome back to WoW TBC Classic and our Blood Elf Rogue playthrough. Today we are heading into the Arathi Highlands, and I actually picked up a quest in Hillsbrad to fight these Boulder Fist Ogres, and then that turns into somebody over in Hammerfall, so we're going to do that along the way. Hope you guys are all doing well today, and thank you so much for clicking on the video and choosing to spend some of your time here with me. I greatly appreciate it. It's going to be nice to have a little bit of a change of scenery from Stranglethorn. Although we will be back in Stranglethorn, we still have a lot to do there, we just don't really have anything that we want to do at this level. But we'll be holding on to all of our quests there, and we'll be heading back there after we do a few levels here. Maybe we'll get 2 levels here. Go back when we're level 39. My goal is kind of to get to level 41, and then we're going to go to Dustwallow Marsh. And see how far that gets us. After that, I don't know. We have Tannerus around level 45. A few different options. We'll have to kind of play it by ear. Alright, there's trolls on the outside of this place, but there is an entrance to get inside of a barrow den, and that's where we're going to find most of our ogres. That being said, some of them are lurking around the outside here, so... you guys did let me know that I wanted to have a slower sword in my main hand, so I moved the Outlaw Saber to the main hand, and I put the Speed Steel Rapier in our second hand, so... I'm not sure if I'm going to actually see an impact or feel an impact, but you guys did let me know I want slow in main hand and fast in offhand, so that is what we are going with. Thank you for the feedback. I do appreciate it. Well, someone's definitely been in here. You know the game is active and you're on an active server when it's 10 in the morning on a Monday and there are people fighting the mobs that you're fighting. Yeah, well, we'll take a group here. With a Blood Elf Paladin. Lots of trolls in here that we don't need, but there's not a lot of ogres up right now. Yeah, it's like someone came through here and somehow left every troll alive, but took out every ogre. Well, we could have a look around the outside again, see if anybody has respawned out here. I have to assume that any time now, most of these guys are going to pop back up. Let's see who's all questing here today. 0 people found. Well, that's kind of hard to believe with what we were currently experiencing. Huh. That's pretty weird. Boulderfist Outpost. Maybe it's not tracking the right zone, I don't know. We clearly have at least one other player here with us, so I have to assume there's something weird going on with my, /who. Well, this is going to be the last enforcer we need. Now it's a matter of finding just regular old ogres. It seems like this paladin is content to follow us around and might us, which is fine. They're done with the quest, I'm pretty sure, so... If they were to leave, I would not mind. In fact, it would be more kill experience for us with them not in the party. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like the only thing that we're going to find in the den are enforcers. We haven't really seen any ogres this time through. So maybe we ought to head outside. Acrobatic Staff of the Eagle. Ah, that's a witch doctor. We don't need that. Alright, let's take a little run around the hill and see if we can't find anybody else. Yeah, see, it did seem like most of the ogres were outside. Which is good. It's a beautiful morning here in the Highlands. I really do appreciate the aesthetic of this zone. It's really simple. It's just kind of grassy plains and some hills. Not really a lot of trees, not really a lot of mountains. And I appreciate the more simply designed zones. They're a nice break from the ones that are dark or cluttered. Just being able to see the plains stretch out into the distance is really nice. It's one of the things that I'm looking forward to in Dragonflight is that they said they're going to get back to this kind of like more open level design that just kind of like lets the land spread out before you. And I think you really need that kind of stuff in an MMO to make it feel like a living world. When you get down into the nitty-gritty and everything is a tightly designed level with only specific pathways that you're supposed to follow and everything has to deal with elevation and it's either up on a mountain or in a cave or up on a mountain in a cave, then it gets kind of tedious and it doesn't really allow you to get immersed in the game as a world. You get immersed in the game like as a level and you're just like about going through that level and clearing it as quickly as you can. And I really do hope they get back to just more world building and less level design. Would be one of my big asks for Dragonflight, and it looks like they are on that track, so. Alright, so now we're going to make our way over to Hammerfall. We have a bunch of stuff to pick up there. And we'll see what we can get done here in Arathi today. It's interesting, this character was behind the leveling curve, but only for a couple of levels. Once we got a few levels in Stranglethorn, we're kind of back on track. And again, this is a character who has never done any questing out of Hillsbred Foothills. Kind of hoping that maybe this week Blizzard will announce when we can expect the pre-patch. I have to assume that they're not just going to randomly drop pre-patch, that they're actually going to talk about it and announce the date ahead of time. They announced the date for when they did the TBC pre-patch. They told us when it was coming and how long it was going to be. So I have to hope that they'll do the same thing this time around. But we'll see. Let's turn in our breadcrumbs here first. And grab the flight point, of course, before we forget that.
Do you need?
So you think you're strong enough to help Hammerfall, so be it. Tallow either sent you to that Ogre mound in hopes that you would kill yourself, or he thinks you're strong enough to aid us. Either way, you're here now, and I am in need of more soldiers in our fight against the constant attacks. If you plan on staying in Hammerfall, then get some rest, and speak with me again when you're ready.
Down.
Oh, there's no resting. This is not a survival crafting game or a simulator. We don't rest, we just quest. Call to arms. The Witherbark trolls and Boulderfist ogres of Arathi are working together to rid us from this land. But we shall not meet our fates at their or anyone else's hand. Did that rhyme on purpose? We will slay them and show them that we too have a home here. The trolls turn their backs to us. The ogres would use us for food and bedding if we allowed them to. We start our attack on the Witherbark trolls to the south of here, slay them in droves, and only return when their camps run thick with blood.
Strength.
I forgot how bloodthirsty the horde questing is.
What you want?
Especially at these low levels. How are you doing, Rogue? The task before us by Vol'jin will be a difficult one, and any assistance you might provide will be appreciated and necessary. In ancient times, trolls fought against the Arathorian Empire and our most capable adversary, Lord Igneous of Strom, named Trollbane. He rode into battle wielding Troll Kalar, Troll Slayer in the ancient tongue. But now the sons of Trollbane are weakened, their stronghold brought to ruin. The sword is protected by several sigils that were divided among the survivors of Stromgarde. We must retrieve them. The first was taken by the Syndicate. One of their men in Stromgarde should have it.
Be careful.
Let's go ahead and we'll set our Hearthstone here.
Greetings. May
That
the
seems like a good idea.
shine
And we will vendor anything we don't need. Which is not a lot. I've been doing okay at keeping my inventory in order. So I think we're good here.
walk with the earth, mother. Strength and honor.
Whoops. What did he want us to do? I don't know. That's a fence.
How you doing?
Gormal you speak of. Yes, from what he says, it seems he has never recovered from the death of Doomhammer. Gormal was a captive here when Thrall and Ogre Millet fought to free the camp, but as the earth shook and our brethren escaped, he was left behind. He wandered alone and lost for years without direction or hope until we returned to establish ourselves here in Hammerfall. We tried to settle him in, cheer him up, telling him stories of our mighty clan at Orgrimmar and Kalimdor, but nothing would move him. So we're gonna help this guy, basically we help him become a shaman and regain his energy and pride. Foul magics. I have felt a strangeness in the air, a feeling that simmers in my blood. I had my suspicions. I set off to find the source of my unease and discovered to the west at Northfold Manor the residual traces of a demonic summoning. As I got close, my blood began to boil and the rage within me grew. On the ground, I spied an amulet of bloodstone used to assist in demonic summoning. The one I found was depleted, however. I'll need another to examine, but I dare not return to the manor. Alright, can do that. Did we pick up everything? Yeah, this back here is a PvP quest for Arathi Basin. Alright, I think what we'll do is we'll head out, we'll start working on raptors, we'll make our way to the south, and we're going to take on these Witherbark trolls. That is the plan for now. I guess we could mount up, since there doesn't seem to be like anything within immediate sprinting distance. Let's fight some raptors first over here, and then we'll swing to the south, but it looks like if we head directly south, we're going to miss a lot of the raptor spawns. And yeah, these guys are level 30, so we probably came here just in time to not like out-level everything. I think I will come over here and grab this quest, the Shards of Misriel. My name is Misriel, I am Princess of the Earth, and my captors, the Giants, have trapped me deep beneath the Arathi Highlands. These crystal shards are the only way I can speak with the surface world. Please help me. Allies of the Giants, the Dry Whisker Kobolds, have a shard like this one in their Dry Whisker Gorge to the east. To power the cluster, you must gather motes of Misriel from the Kobolds and apply them to it. It looks like level 31 is the cutoff for us getting any kind of kill experience right now. We did just hit level 38. So, I should go ahead and spend our talent point. Let's finish off Aggression. So, increases the damage of Sinister Strike, Backstab, and Eviscerate by 6%. I could apply some potions. We might as well use them since we have them. And you know what would be really good? I'm sure you guys have been leaving some comments here, yelling at your screen. Robert, you're a rogue. Where are your poisons? We've been dealing so much damage, it's hard to remember. Now we're properly all set. It only took a half hour in. Okay, let's keep heading south so we can get into the troll area. We're probably not going to get all the raptor hearts right now. We'll work on them as we head back to town as well. Seems like it's a pretty low drop rate for needing 10 of them. That being said, as low a level as they are, it's not difficult to take them out. There we go, Slash Who is actually working now. Not too many people in the zone, but we've been seeing a lot of activity. Probably because the zone is not really that big of a zone, right? It's one of the smaller ones. Here we go, these guys look like they're going to be level 32 and up. So we'll be getting kill experience from these guys at least. Not very much kill experience, but more than we would have been getting otherwise with the buff. Yeah, we do need a bunch of these guys. 10 axe throwers, 10 headhunters, 8 witch doctors. We haven't come across any of the headhunters yet. They're probably going to be deeper in the settlement. Well, I guess we don't need any more axe throwers. We have 10 out of 10, so I need to be looking for headhunters and witch doctors. I feel like you don't really notice on other classes all the little micro movements that enemies make. You know, they're always shifting about just a little bit. Even the ones that don't patrol very far are often shifting about, and it's something that I didn't really notice on the warrior or on really any other character. You notice it on the rogue because you're trying to stealth in and get positioned behind them. But on any other character, the fact that an enemy is milling about a little bit doesn't really change what you're going to do. You know, on a warrior or paladin, you're going to run in. On a caster, you're going to cast. It's only on the rogue that you really start to pay attention to the little pacing and the little turning that they do, because it affects what you're going to do from stealth. And yeah, it's actually pretty interesting seeing the game from that different perspective. Let's do Blade Flurry here. We can pull these guys together a little bit. Yeah, we really need to find some more headhunters. That's what we're really lacking right now, is there just haven't been big packs of headhunters where we have been at. Maybe we had more in this direction to the other side of the lake. This will be the last witch doctor that we need. I see a headhunter back this way, and one back to our left. You're a witch doctor, but there are headhunters in the cave, so let's fight our way in. So yeah, it looks like if you need a bunch of headhunters, there are quite a few of them back here in this little cave. There are shadow hunters back here too. I don't remember if this quest actually chains into anything else. I don't think it does. But I guess we'll find out. Alright, on our way back, we will try to get the rest of the raptor eyes that we need. We are going to go right into the water. Trying not to get dismounted. Not really the side of the lake that we wanted to be on. And that's why. Let's just swim over here. We could make our way right across the map and grab the Bloodstone Amulets while we fight the Raptors heading across to the west. Let's go ahead and do that. We got an emblazoned hat. Stamina, intellect, and spirits. We don't need the Debris Militia. Let's kind of circumvent them. I don't want to get any closer to Refuge Point. We don't want to risk aggroing their guards because, you know, they're probably going to be like level 50 and they'll probably kill us pretty quickly. That did rhyme, but I didn't plan it that way. These thrashers look smaller, but they are higher level, so... Well, we were getting pretty decent drops for a while, and then it just kind of stopped dropping. Hoping that we can finish it up before we get over to where we're getting the amulets. That way, when we're done with that, we can either head right to a different quest, or we could hearth back depending on what else we have going on. I think we can head down to Stromgard and try to get the Sigil of Strom. Hey, there we go, that's 10 out of 10. Any of these guys can drop the item. I know there are also some rogues that are hanging out in stealth around the outskirts of the town, so we'll have to be vigilant for that. We could use some crippling poison here to slow them down, but it's okay. Even if they pull some ads, it's not like we can't just deal with it. Let's pull you two together, and we'll do a little blade flurry action. Stealth versus stealth. Let's take a look inside the barn. This would have been a good time for Blade Flurry, but we do have evasion going. That's going to help us out. I was thinking that I do want to quest in some zones that we didn't spend really any time in on the warrior, so I was thinking about going to Desolus at some point. I was thinking about questing in Swamp of Sorrows as well. One of you guys mentioned Swamp of Sorrows and reminded me that, yeah, we didn't really do any questing there on any character. And for the Alliance, there's not really a lot to do there, but the Horde does have a camp there, and there are some quests there that we can do. So I was thinking about that. I don't really know like what level those are. If I go look at Desolus. Yeah, the Desolus stuff we could do like right now. Now would be a good time to be in Desolus. We could do the Centaur grind quest. I haven't done any of these quests over here during Classic. So I'd like to get over to this camp and do some of that stuff. That being said, I'm not really sure how to get into... Oh, I guess we go through the Charred Vale. Yeah, okay, I remember now. We could do that. Swamp of Sorrows. Swamp of Sorrows. And this is the Badlands. I guess I'm like not at all familiar with Swamp of Sorrows. Blasted Lands. There we go. 35, 40, 35. Yeah, that's another like right now kind of thing. Well, we could make it over there for that. I'm just not even sure how we would get there. We could do the run, I guess. We'd have to come through Loch Modan. Through the... Actually, we'd probably be better off running up from Stranglethorn. Through Duskwood, through Deadwind Pass. Okay, yeah, that's how we would get there. We'd run north from Stranglethorn. Just trying to plan some other things out. Seeing some different zones this time around would be good. But now they're kind of all bunched up in the same level bracket, so... It really all depends on how quickly we actually level. Sometimes it seems like we're leveling really fast. Obviously, when we're just out fighting and we're fighting a bunch of lower level guys, we're not getting a lot of kill experience, even with the buff, so that kind of slows us down a bit. So sometimes I feel like we might have time to squeeze in multiple zones and do the same level range, but other times I don't know. We also, at some point, we will want to head back to Stranglethorn. We still have a bunch of stuff to do there. But maybe after we're done with some stuff here in Arathi, maybe we'll just take a little sidetrack over to Desolus and do some stuff there. Just, even if we don't complete these zones in their entirety, just seeing some different areas would be nice. I think Desolus was a zone that I kept talking about going to on the Warrior, and then it never happened. That is 9 out of 10. We need one more to go, and then we can head somewhere else. Like we'll head down to Stromgard and get what we need down there. How many more of you guys am I gonna have to take out to get this item? At this point, I feel like I probably have decimated your entire organization in this area. I didn't realize that looting was gonna pop us out of stealth. How silly of me. Let's give this a second. I don't have any cooldowns up. Let's sap you. And we'll kill you. And there we go, that's 10 out of 10. Well, these guys are a little bit of a higher level, so we might have a little bit more of a challenge here. Let's kind of feel out the Void Walkers and see if they have the health of a normal enemy, or if we're going to be able to take them out pretty easily. Yeah, they don't have the health of a full enemy, so that's good. And hey, we got it basically right away. I am not going to argue with that. Let's go ahead and we'll hearth back to town. Oh no! I could have swore that we set our hearthstone, but I must have misclicked and I must have not actually set it. That is actually pretty funny. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can take a Zeppelin from here to get to Undercity, then just take a flight. That is actually hilarious. I should have double checked. What happened was I think I went to set the hearthstone and then I vendored instead. And it was that vendoring that stopped me from setting my hearth properly. So I'm going to do a quick edit here and then we'll get these turned in. Alright, well, let's get these turned in, shall we? Your strength is evident, now to see how you fare against a real enemy. The Boulderfist have a lair to the southwest of here towards the Dwarven Bridge, and if I'm not mistaken, the Maulers and Magi there shall present to you a greater challenge. They have done so to us thus far. Slay as many of them as you can and come to me in body when you are successful, or come to me in spirit when you fail. Did we miss one up here? Yes, we did.
What's beyond your mind?
Excellent, that's a good start to collecting the sigils we'll need to remove Troll Kalar from Trollbane's tomb.
Stay away from them.
Oops. 5,500 experience, not bad.
What you want?
I will create an amulet that will give Gormal some of the strength of the Raptors. Perhaps that will awaken some flame within him.
Later, who you be?
Once cursed blood still runs through my veins. If something is summoning demons, it must be stopped. It will take some time for me to ascertain the true intentions of the Syndicate, but their obvious association with dark demonic magic troubles me. I will tell you when I know more. There is no doubt in my mind that a powerful warlock resides within the walls of Stromgarde. From time to time, using an arcane magical relic, this warlock has summoned forth terrible demons in large numbers. We must remove the source of his energy. Find the warlock and kill him. Bring me whatever magical object you find on his person, and I will take steps to destroy it and see that its power is not used to taint this land any longer.
Lucky dog.
Blood and thunder.
What hope is there when the hand of a coward can slay the mightiest of the mighty? What hope, I ask you? What is this, polished bone? What use have I for polished bone? Will a trinket restore the horde to its glory? Gormal tosses the amulet to the ground. Torgon sent you, didn't he? Ha. Why he feels some mercy towards me, I will not understand. Mercy was denied me when I was not allowed to die with my war chief in battle. A cruel blow fate has dealt me.
For the horde.
Hello, man.
Yeah, he didn't like that. What else do you got? With some additional objects, I will be able to create an item that will imbue Gormal with the guile of the Raptor. With the power of the Raptor flowing through him, Gormal will know our new power and rediscover the warrior that lies dormant. I will require Raptor hearts to fashion an item. Okay. Well, here's what we got, guys. We have some things we can do here still. We can do the Boulderfist Brutes, new Raptor hearts, Dry Whisker Gorge, and the Sigil Fragments. I think we will do this stuff, and we'll get this round of quests done. And after that, I'll consider taking us back to Kalimdor and into Desolace. So that will be next time. I'm going to take a break here. Thank you guys for joining me today. I really do appreciate all of the continued support. It does mean the world to me. Take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again really soon. Bye now.